Amy Schumer gave her fans a hint of what kind of raunchy jokes they can expect ahead of her hosting duties at the Academy Awards in her new interview with The Hollywood Reporter. The 40-year-old train wreck star admitted that she was leaning on the kind of shocking adult humor that she launched her career with, though her lawyer had to ask her to tone down some of the jokes. "I emailed my lawyer about 2 jokes the other day, and he was like, no," she admitted. Although Amy seemed to think her material was up to snuff, it didn't initially go off well when she tried out some ideas with Oscars producers via Zoom about a month ago, and they just responded with silence. "I was like, can you guys hear me?" she recalled, though she found it funny in hindsight. The stand-up comic considers herself a connoisseur of PY jokes, though she admitted her longtime fans weren't likely to hear any on ABC when the iconic awards show is broadcast on Sunday, March 27. She recounted the start of one graphic nominee theme joke that might have launched her introductory set, "My husband is going down on me," or as he calls it, Squid Game. "So, he's in my nightmare alley." Although she still planned to take a couple risks, warnings from her legal team kept her away from the kind of jokes she would normally tell on stage. While Amy is clearly still a fan of a risque sex joke, she's transformed her act in other ways and jettisoned several of the jokes that she now thinks are too offensive. The introduction of her new, more overtly feminist persona has coincided with a decrease in her live audiences. She's the only woman comedian to headline, and sell out, Madison Square Garden, and her shows regularly used to be put on at 15,000-seat arenas, but now they're mostly confined to more modest 5,000-seat theaters. The more socially conscious material has also made some male comics dismissive of her. "And the male comics are mad at you and mean to you, and it doesn't feel good when those were your friends," she admitted, before adding, "but also at them." She added that at one point after her career peak with Trainwreck, "The entire internet hated me." One male comic who is squarely in her corner is Chris Rock, who most recently hosted the Oscars in 2016 and has been giving her tips and pointers for her big night. "She's really, really, ridiculously honest, and she's fearless," he said of Amy. "She's also as funny as any person walking the earth." He told The Hollywood Reporter that Amy and her co-hosts Wanda Sykes and Regina Hall were going to act like a high-energy roller coaster, not a slow and safe tram. "And you get a little scared on roller coasters, they make you throw up sometimes, but when it's all over, you're like, man, I can't wait to do that again," he joked. "It's the ride on which we advertise the whole amusement park. They don't say, come to Six Flags, get on the bumper cars, they say, get on effing Rolling Thunder." So, yeah, there are lovely trams out there that can host the show, really lovely trams, but Amy Schumer is a effing roller coaster. Amy shared that she wanted Chris to direct her 2015 stand-up special live at the Apollo, even though he had never seen her act. But after catching her at New York City Comedy Cellar, he wanted to do it. "I kept being like, she's really good, and she hits hard," he said. Now, he turns to her when he's not sure if some of his jokes are too offensive. "In this new landscape, I'll call Amy just to walk me through like, okay, what the F should I be doing right now? What the F can't I say?" he continued. Amy says she's better behaved now and a little more housebroken when it comes to collaborating in Hollywood. That newfound maturity was partly why she was interested to create her new Hulu series Life and Beth, which she stars on with Michael Cera. The series is inspired by her romance with husband Chris Fisher, a chef, who is on the autism spectrum. Sarah was ideal because of his ability to incorporate some of Chris' mannerisms without simply copying him, and Amy said it helped that he wasn't just some British lumberjack. She recounted how some of her husband's behaviors, which were likely related to him being on the spectrum, even though he didn't know it at the time, seemed like warning signs initially. Are these red flags? Am I ignoring red flags? She remembered asking herself, which her character Beth will also ask. The comedian also opened up about her willingness to get liposuction to feel better about her body after giving birth, and how she wasn't afraid to be open about the procedure. "Everybody on camera is doing this. I just wanted to be real about it," she said. "It's not about needing to be slamming, because I've never been famous for being hot, but I'd reached a place where I was tired of looking at myself in the mirror," she admitted. During the interview, she grabbed some skin just above her C-section scar, which she said was going to be impervious to grilled chicken and woks. But now Amy is down to 170 and is feeling more confident about her post-baby body as she finds herself busier than she has been in years.